Hello and good afternoon. Welcome back to Insurance 101. I thank you so much for tuning in. And of course, before I start, I just want to say thank you to those people who've subscribed, who've liked my videos, who've actually commented and left me messages. To some of you who have called me, I want to say thank you very much as well. I do find that your comments and everything are very helpful, and anything again that you might want to have answered, just please put it in the comment box below. And I also just want to let you know that I've just been doing insurance for over 15 years in the state of New York. So these are the rules and regulations of the state of New York, and I always advise that each and every one of you check with your local state for the different rules, regulations, and laws. So for this segment of Insurance 101, I am going to actually title and name this. And I'm laughing, so please excuse me because I was on the phone with a couple of my girlfriends a minute ago, Chosen and Michelle. So hello. But I was on the phone with them laughing and talking, and I said I'm going to have to bring them into the segment because some of these questions that they ask me sometimes are very funny and very silly. So one of the questions was, I said, so I'm going to name this title honestly, things that you always want to disclose to your insurance company, and these things can get you up in the long run. Okay, so if you don't want to come out looking like sugar honey iced tea, you do the acronym, then you might want to go ahead and disclose these things and people to your insurance company. So one of the first ones, my girlfriend says to me, well, what if I have my boyfriend and he lives with me and he drives my vehicle? So like I stated to her, in the state of New York, it is something called a family auto policy. When they ask you on that application, please advise who are the residents of the household. They mean everybody, including the 2-year-old son. Now, I do understand that you do not wish to disclose this grimy ass man of yours due to the fact that he probably has a sugar honey iced tea record. So therefore, my suggestion in order to get around that is what you're going to do is make sure that he has his own insurance policy. At that particular point in time, you just tell them, yes, I live with my scumbag boyfriend. I need to put him on the policy, but he does have his own coverage. The insurance company will then just list him on the policy as a driver, and they will not rate for him. Please forgive me for laughing, but some of these questions do come up. Again, so I'm guessing if he has a horrible driving record, I'm wondering also what else is horrible about him. But if you like him, I love him, girl. So now the next question that I got was, well, what happens if I'm driving and I'm just a delivery man? Well, I hope that your boyfriend is not the delivery man for Pizza Hut, whatever. If he is, he is. But again, if you are delivering pizzas or have any type of business that is going on with your vehicle, it is called a personal auto policy for a reason, not a commercial, not a business policy. So if you were doing any of that, what I would suggest to you is you call your insurance company and say, do you have basically maybe a rider which would be which would allow you to actually have coverage for business use but still rate the vehicle and not have to transfer your plates to commercial plates but still have personal auto insurance plates, but you just actually have the business use section on the policies that would rate for. Okay, so now the next one said, girl, I don't want to add my 17-year-old son due to the fact that I got a quote for him and it's going to raise my insurance premium well over $3,000 to $4,000 maybe for the year. So my suggestion to you would have been, probably you should have swallowed, but that's a different story. However, the child is here now. You have to disclose that child to your insurance company, because what insurance companies are doing as of now is they are now stating, okay, fine, you got away with it. The child now gets into an accident. You want your vehicle paid for. But what the insurance companies they're doing now is they're actually going ahead and saying, if that child, let's say, hasn't gotten to an accident for 3 or 4 years and they've had that license for that amount of time, now it's time to pay out on your claim underneath whatever it is. It might be collision or comprehensive. They will now deduct that from your claims check, and you you get a claims check of nothing, and you might end up even owing, and the insurance company will then say at that point in time, now you've committed fraud, so you have no choice but to pay that back to us. So I'm going to say, make sure that you don't hide your children, don't hide your kids, don't hide your boyfriends, okay? Just again, make these people try and get their own insurance policies. I know that they're very expensive, but these are the things that you do in order to protect your things and your assets. Now, I've had a couple of people who've asked me, well, hey, I sold my car to my son, and my son now lives, I'm going to say, in a different state or whatever, and I let him take that car with the plates on it. Now, you sold that vehicle to him, and in order for you to title, insure, and register a vehicle in the state of New York, there is something called insurable interest. Once you sold that vehicle to another party, there is no longer any insurable interest in that vehicle. That means you are now committing fraud. And the insurance company will look at it and say, well, maybe your son or daughter or whoever it is you sold the car to had a bad driving record and you didn't want to pay the premium for that. So this is why you decided to go ahead and keep insuring and registering that car underneath yourself. Once that car is sold, the title, registration, and the insurance, all of those things have to match. It is called insurable interest. And those are some of the questions. Oh, there was also one more. I had someone give me a call and they asked me, they said, my insurance is kind of high. I have a policy with this one particular company. I got a quote for a new car that I'm looking to buy, but I don't want to pay that particular insurance company's rate on that vehicle. So what I want to do is I want to know, am I able to go to a different insurance company? And now basically what we call it in the insurance industry is splitting the risk. So the answer to that question in reference to split risk is don't do it. For the simple fact that if you have an auto insurance policy, I'm just going to say with company A, then you go and get insurance policy with company B on your new vehicle, but you happen to get into an accident with either one of those vehicles, and now the other party is now suing you. Any person that hires a lawyer, that lawyer is now going to say, oh, wait a second, you have two different insurance policies. If you have one policy that actually has higher limits than the other, you have now pyramiding limits. So now this means that lawyer, if he's smart, just like I am, you know what he's going to do? He's going to sue both policies and get paid. So don't split your risk. What you might want to then do is say, I'm looking to obtain insurance on this particular vehicle, and then if you don't like the price that it comes out to be, then shop the whole risk. So my suggestion is, if you have your auto, home, and umbrella, you want to make sure that you bundle those to actually get the best premium. No splitting risk, no hiding children, no hiding the boyfriend that has a bad, terrible record. These are the things that you do not want to do, because you can end up getting yourself on the hook later on, and then what ends up happening is now you get into an accident. I'm going to say the easiest thing that's going to happen could be that they deny the claim, but the biggest thing that they're going to start doing is they're going to send SIU after you. So when they start with the SIU department, because they spend so much money on this department, trust me, they're going to pick you apart. So if you missed a tax payment from months and months ago or years and years ago, they're going to find it. So what I always say is be 100% honest with your broker or your agent. Allow them to steer you in the right direction, and just go with someone that you know is going to have your best interests at heart. Don't try and hide some of these things, because hiding these things in the long run can get you what? Locked. So if I were you, just go to someone that will be smart and brilliant like myself. So thank you so much again for listening, and coming to Insurance 101 again. Michelle and Chosen, I'm going to say that you girls give me life, okay? So if this information is definitely helpful, what I want you to do is please click on that like button, and then I want you to go ahead and subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to hit that bell, and you'll get notifications as each time I upload a new video. Thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing day.